Okay, so we're at the Adelphia Research Center, which is 206 acres in Freehold, New Jersey, east of town. We've had this farm since the year 1960. It was a dairy farm, and now we've converted it into a mostly turf grass breeding operation. So on this farm we have 40,000 individual turf plots that are all managed, mowed, and then we have about 180,000 clones growing in nurseries, and they're all used for breeding work. So we have the whole infrastructure here to do a world-class breeding operation. One of our drought projects that we have is we have a greenhouse that's on tracks, and whenever it rains, starting May 1st, we have a little sensor, and as soon as that gets wet, it closes, and it prevents the plants getting water. So we basically put them through 80 or 90 days of drought stress. And at the end of that period, we go in and we find 5% that have stayed green and didn't require water. And so that's a selection process. The reason we're working with facilities is we have we have a proposal that we need because we have to change the place where this greenhouse is parked from being along Halls Mill Road, which is being rebuilt, and we have to park it the opposite direction.
The existing rainfall is going to be in the way of the road, so we have to move it pretty much like 50 feet down. The system sits on rails, and it moves, when it's raining to cover the plants. So we're just going to pretty much shift the existing rainfall.
So what it is we call it rain out. It's a rain exclusion shelter. And so these plants don't get any water for 90 days. And if they stay green after 90 days, they're real improvements. This whole bridge construction was done and engineered and coordinated by Seth Richter. And then when you look down the pond from here, you could see the upper dam. See down those concrete walls? That's where this thing takes about an 8-foot drop. And then we have another dam up by the road. So Seth has been involved in this whole construction thing. And Rutgers has been very supportive in helping us get this done because the bridges they really need to be done.
So we completed 2 dams and a bridge at the Adelphia Farms, an upper dam and a lower dam. These dams were originally built by farmers. The dams were falling apart, and the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection mandated that we replace them. So through the course of the last several years, we replaced the upper dam first, and then the lower dam just recently finished in 2016. The whole idea was the Adelphia Farm is a turf grass farm, and the water from these dams that they control irrigate the entire farm. So it was important that the dams be completed, the dams not leak, and the farm managers have the ability now to control the water levels in the upper impoundment and the lower impoundment.
Yeah, we have a lot of buildings here. We have a mower shed, we have a fertilizer shed, we have our big building next door that houses all of our administration, George and his crew. And so they help us maintain all these buildings. And Jose is a fellow that comes down here from facilities and works with George to make repairs or whatever that needs to be done.
I'm taking care of 4 different stations: Eco Complex, Pineland Field Station, Green Ridge Field Station, and Adelphia, this one. My job in over here is taking care facility is maintenance. It's about HVAC, heating, I gotta do plumbing, carpentry, electrician, sometimes groundwork too, and in winter time we take care of the snow, plowing snow. Anything that It's a problem, so I am there for fix the problem.
So they help care for all those things. And so basically we see them quite often. And when we have a problem where a gutter falls off a building or whatever, they come and help us get it fixed.